Yeah, YouTubers, Tasman here, bringing you another virtual tabletop utility or VTT utilities video. And in this one, we're looking at one called ArkenForge. Now, this one, if you ask me, is a huge bang for your buck, because not only so ArkenForge originally is designed for like a table that has a TV underneath it and then glass on top of that, and you actually move your miniatures on top of the glass. So the map is a television projecting from the bottom, basically a big LCD TV or whatever. However, this also works great for creating maps for other VTTs, or just to print out and such. So we're going to take a look at this. So they just had an update, and it's been a pretty big one, because it used to be where I could not even change the size of the window, and I was a little worried about that. However, now I can actually go into settings here, for example, and change the settings to whatever I want. There's also a new audio in the background that they've never had before, the UI volume. They've changed the launcher quite a bit. And what I was saying, in fact, because I have this recording the way I do, I can actually show you some of the cool things about this just from here. Let's go ahead and move this window here, and we want to stretch it down. So it's on sale right now for 25 bucks. Normally it's 35 bucks. And like I was saying, for what you get, 35 bucks is even relatively small, because not only is it a map designing tool, it helps you manage your campaign, it helps you have background sounds, it's tons of stuff. In fact, we'll just scroll down here and kind of go over what is in the toolkit here. So for 25 bucks, you get a cartographer, you get Soundscape, you get an encyclopedia, and you get a scenario campaign management utility. Now, I haven't used all of these. I have used the cartographer and I've played with the Soundscape, but I really haven't done too much with the encyclopedia and the scenarios. So we're going to take a quick look at those, but I'm not going to be incredibly insightful at the moment on those. If you want me to do a more in-depth video, definitely let me know. Leave a like down below so I know that you're enjoying it and that you want to see more. This just tells you what's the difference, who they are. Here's where I was telling you it has multi-native support for digital television tables or TVs, whatever you want to say. But here's what you get when you get it. You get the Cartographer Module, which lets you create maps. You can read through this. I'm not actually going to go through, but it actually has custom settings for fantasy grounds. It might, I don't remember if it did have any for Foundry VTT. However, it probably will if it doesn't right now. Roll20, D20, read all this fun stuff. If you want, pause the video for a second. It has the Soundscape module, which allows you to have tavern sounds. You can actually kind of schedule them so that they play in a loop or at certain times. So you could have a tavern that sounds much more lively. It's really nice. There's the Encyclopedia module here that is in the works. And this obviously is, well, let's just read it. The encyclopedia is currently being built and is expected to be feature ready by the end of 2019. We're a little past 2019 right now. Monthly updates will unlock features as we complete them. Encyclopedia will be the GM or DM's database for locations, characters, quests, events in their world. So it's kind of your encyclopedia of everything within your world, characters and fun stuff like that. Then we have the scenario module, which is where you actually keep track of quests, quick access to your sounds and stuff like that, line of sight based fog of war stuff. Really cool stuff overall. And then it has modules. If we go into the store, there's lots of maps that people have made. It's still fairly new, so I mean it's not like got the bajillions that you might be used to just by doing a Google search or something. But we're gonna click on the shop real quick, and if we come down here, you can see there's community submissions are generally free, and there's 81 of those. So if we come in here, we can actually see that there's community packs, which are entire packs of stuff, and then there's individual maps. There's 73 maps. I've looked at them; they're pretty nice. Let's go look at the packs real quick, and then we'll go back into thing itself. So as you can see, we have things here like Frank's collection, James' collection. They have really nice names. But if we go, let's try Mike's. I don't know specifically what's in this one. So Mike's basically, it's not really telling us what's in there. What's in the pack? Instructions, community packs. It is free. I'm assuming it has assets and things along those lines. I could have swore that there was a spot that told you about them. Anyway, like I said, for the price that they're asking for it, this is a real steal. So when you come in, when you launch it, if there's an update, there will be a little one like this has right here. I think I've finished the updates. I probably just need to relaunch it, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to see if we can actually just go in and launch it. So we're going to launch. Let me see real quick. Let me grab this. I might need to come back into the web, so I want to make sure I have that available if I need it. Right to there. Alright, so if we need that, that's ready for us. Alright, so let's go ahead. We're going to click launch and see if it does. Although I'm not 100% sure it's done updating. Oh, there we go. Oh, but now it's full screen. Oh. Once we get in, I'm going to see if I can shrink it back down. Hopefully I can. Maybe I should have did this while I was showing off the website and stuff. If this does not let me shrink down the actual application itself, what I will do is I'll stop the video right here and start a second one where it's using more of the screen so we can actually see everything. But we just need to wait. As you can see, there's lots of assets that it's loading up. It's also good to know that you can upload your own, you can import your own assets, which I was going to show you. As soon as it comes up, I'll show you. I was working on, what is the map? I was creating it for Fantasy Grounds. It is an Adventure League one. I think it comes right after the Harrington Hills Fire. It's called something of Blood, and I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, in the end of it, it has this thing called there's an event of Belle Under the Sea. We'll know once we get there. We'll even know what the adventure. Oh, here we go. All right, so I'm going to go into settings real quick since this is ginormous. Let's see if we can turn off full screen 1920, 1280 by 720. Where is there an apply? Activate player screen. Secondary screen detect. Oh, there's apply. Oh, it did. Oh, sweet. Okay, nice. So, this has changed a little bit. So, it used to be that there was just a little line across the top, But we're going to start off going into Cartographer, and I'll show you. So it is Belle in the Depths. That is the adventure. It's part of Adventures League. Is this a different one? No, that's not it. That's a different one. I don't remember which. Oh, actually I have it on my desktop, I think. I don't think I do. But that's irrelevant. Let's not spend all our time there. So anyway, it's called Belle in the Depths, and it's actually kind of a mini game or a arena type thing that happens in Hillsfar, around Hillsfar, where you have to scale this thing and ring the bell. I believe it's 3 times in a row. But this is the map because all they had was this really little bad drawing, and I wanted something to look better. These are actually new right here, the world map, region map, and encounter maps. Oh, coming soon, and I don't know what that one is. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and open this one just so I can show you some of the cool little things that I found. So go ahead and click open map. So this is the Belle in the Depths, and what you can see here, we have our little palette tool, and we have the mouse wheel zooms in and out, and then you can left click to move it. So it's kind of like Foundry as far as moving, anyway, as you can see over here on the side, we're currently at the water level, so the entire level of water is 0. Then 1 is where our lowest level stuff is. So as you can see here, we have some little things that actually are kind of on par with the water. They're just at water level, or just barely 1 block above. Then at 2, we have some bigger things, so I also added some ladders in here. As you can see here, and then I have kind of over here a little legend for it. I might show you if I can find it real quick. Then 3 is the next level. As you can see, we actually have the next tower here, we have a tower here, tower here. We also had some ropes that it was talking about, so your players actually start on 2 of these. I think it might be this one and this one, or maybe, yeah, I think it's this one and this one, because they want to get up to here. And if we go to 4, we'll be able to see. So these are walls right here. They start here and here, and their job is to get all the way to the Belle. So they have options of jumping in the water, which they end up finding out there's quippers in there, some kind of piranha-like fish. If they come over, they can swim up to this level right here, which is right in the water, and they can climb the ladder, then come over here, climb the ladder, ring the bell. Now the whole time they're trying to ring the bell, they have some other people here shooting and trying to take out anyone that is not on their team that's trying to ring the bell. Let me see really quick. I'm gonna just show you the finished product. I think I know exactly where it is, and I'll also be able to tell you which adventure it is, so you can actually look at it. I think it is a free adventure on Steam, and also might be a free one in the DM's Guild. Not 100% sure. So if I come here and then go over to here, it is called Shackles of Blood. I said blood, I didn't get anything else right. So right here is my finished map. I actually went into Photoshop. Oh, I have to just double click it. I went into Photoshop and just added a legend to it, which I think turned out okay. Just takes a minute to load. So as you can see, this is the legend for it. So all I really did was add this and this in Photoshop. As you can see from the actual image, that's pretty much all that was added in there. So it wasn't really hard, and it's really nice that you can actually have these multiple layers. And as you can see, it goes up quite a few layers, so you can actually have it be multiple layers. So like if you, for example, had a in or something like that, you could have a map that was with the roof on. So you draw a big old roof across here. And then the next one, you'd have the second layer. And then you would have the first layer or whatever. So I see lots of potential with this. But even just with that, I mean, it's really cool. We can click on objects. If I'm in select mode, I believe. So if we go to objects here, as you can see, we've selected this bell, and now we have options to scale it. We have contextual options such as group it with other tiles. We can lock this so it can't be moved. We can hide it from players, so if we're actually at the table and we're running this, we can actually hide it. We can rotate it. We can set lighting. We can make it so this actually emits light by saying turn on object light. So and then it will actually be able to have a drop shadow, all kinds of really cool features. We can toggle on and off those shadows. So if we have on the drop shadow, we can toggle it on and off. I don't think you can really see it where we have it. You can have it also where it can light through the fog of war, and we can set the light color. If we go back, we also have the object manipulation, where we can save this object as a preset. We can change its brightness, we can change saturation on it, we can change its opacity, we can even change the hue that's applied to it, and other mirror options. So we click on that, we can see we can mirror it vertically, mirror it horizontally. So really cool there. And then we can revert any changes we've made. And then of course we also can say which layer it's on. So if we click this, right now this bell I believe is on layer 4. If we wanted to move it down to the very bottom, we just click that, layer up. We can also swap to the terrain layer, or move down just one level, move up one level. So lots of features of what you can do. And then I guess I didn't go over scale. So you can change the scale, and the way you do it is you just simply click on this and drag it around back and forth. The further away you get, the bigger it gets, and such. Can we hit Control Z to revert? I believe so. Or we could just go back into the revert thing. So that's pretty much the different things with your items and stuff. It also has a pretty big search. So if we come in here and go look at objects, for example, and we go into the search here, we can say I think maybe rock, maybe stone, I think. So we can go under all content, images only, animated only images, video only images, and grouped only images. Or if we have our own content, we can actually, however we've set that up. So I go to all content, you can see here it's pulling up a nice big list of rock, right, for our thing, and boy, it's still going. So as you can see, you just get all these different things you can play with, and you just simply click on them here. If we want a rock in the water, we just click on it there, and now it looks like it's in the water. How beautiful is that? Right click to stop it. You can also set it up so it's a repeatable object. So if we do this, right, then we can drag it around. Actually, I'm on the rope one. Control Z real quick. Line placement, freeform placement. Is it line placement? I think that's, no, it's not. Oh, that is the rock. This is super tiny. So let's go ahead and change that. Let's make the scale bigger then. Free placement. Where was the repeatable? Oh, here, repeatable width. Some of this stuff has changed. Anyway, there's that. There's replace tile images. That would replace one with another. So now you see, oh wait, I meant that one. You can actually just simply replace it. Like I said, I'm not going to go into great detail on this. In fact, I've even gone over more than I originally was going to. I just wanted to do a quick showing of this. We have our lighting, dynamic lighting layer. We can place barriers, you know, like walls and such. We have portals. This is actually new. I've never seen this one. I don't know what this start point. I have no idea what I'm doing right here. DM tools. We can add fog or dynamic fog. Change our brush type for, I guess, removing it. We have our audio when it's daytime, when it's nighttime. So we can add, oh my gosh, that is so tiny. Camp during the day. And you can quickly set those. That's through the sounds. We're going to get into those. Then you also set up zones. This section has not been built yet and can be expected soon. So this isn't quite there yet. And then of course back to settings. So here's another cool thing. So if we want to save this as, say, a Fantasy Grounds map, all you have to do is go to Export Map. And then there it goes. So then it pulls up this little sidebar here, which is super small for me. Hopefully it's bigger for you guys. So you can set the DPI for your grid. You can turn on and off your grid over here. So we could say, oh, don't show the grid, I don't want it right now. Or you could say, I want the full grid on, make it square, show me it and everything. And then you'll actually be able to see it. I think if we go to there. We go to, what is it, layer 0 maybe? Or no, layer 4. Or is 5 the high? 4. So anyway, you can do that. You can then come in here and say what the square size is. Right now it's 120 by 120, 120 pixels per square, which is pretty insane. Then you can also set up your DPI presets, and this is where you have Astro VTT, D20 Pro, Dungeon Painter. We have Fantasy Grounds Unity, Roll20, and Battlegrounds VTT. I've never heard of Battlegrounds VTT. Then you simply click export and it does that. Or you can do it to a printer. You can choose, you know, A4. You have all these different sizes. You have your letter, legal, tabloid, leisure, blah blah blah, all that fun stuff. So that's just the map editor, which is really cool. So now let's go ahead and we'll just jump into the next thing. So there's the cartographer. We're gonna go into the Soundscape because I know about that. So this is what it looks like when you come to Soundscape. You have all these little windows. They won't have anything in them until you click on Essentials, and then you choose what type of thing you want. So if we want dungeon sounds, we can say, oh yeah, I want it to be in hell. And you'll see it automatically populates with all these things. Gives you kind of soundboard. I'm trying to hear if we can hear it. I think we also have the sound from the actual application. But as you can hear that song going on in the background. We can turn up the ambience. You can hear these different things, and you can see that you can set timers on these. This is every 15 seconds kind of thing. So when we do that, we'll get those things firing off. Right now, it looks like they're muted. If you want to do evil laughter, let's see if we can hear that once every. That didn't sound like laughter. And then, of course, you can always add individual ones, just like a soundboard, and you can add more if you have them. So teleport spell. Let's turn these ones up and these ones down a little, and the music way down. So here's a projectile impact. So it doesn't have, you know, billions of things, but for for $35, and it's not a reoccurring thing. It's not a subscription. You actually get quite a bit. So if we go stop everything, I think the one thing I've had issues with is getting it to stop everything. I'm not exactly sure how to do that, I will confess. But let's say we have a tavern. We want to have a tavern brawl. We just click on that, and now you can hear we have some music going on. You can hear some punching. There's breaking some objects. So, you know, if you might be, you know, having a quiet night at the tavern and your players start getting rowdy or something. You have a woman over there sleeping. I can't even read that, it's too small a text for me. But anyway, it's a really nice sound system thing they've got here, you know, city, cheerful. They've got lots and lots and lots of things. And of course, like I said, you can always add your own. Here's nighttime campfire. Looks like you have some songs that can be played. We have, does that say step in the grass? A bear panting? And you'll notice there's actually a couple ones linked to this. We can remove it. It also seems to, like, here and there make it quieter or louder. See here, that one's quieter, louder. That one's louder still, a little quieter. So anyway, you have all these different options. Like I said, there's lots more that I could explain, but we're already almost at 30 minutes. So let's jump. I would think that clicking stop here would stop everything, but it doesn't seem to do that, at least for me. I'm not sure why. And maybe I'm just doing something wrong. I guess we'll just have campsite sounds going for the rest of the video. Alright, so then we had the content library. This is stuff that this is stuff that you might import yourself, I think. Is this what I did? It actually has integration with Dungeon Painter Studio, which is kind of cool. Was it this one? Yes, so here you can see these are the items that I've actually imported as tiles, and all I did was I just copied them all to a location where they could stay, and then just came in here and told it to import them by clicking on add new content. And so anyway, you can do that. It's really nice. You can also, looks like you can change the default placement. So you can have it do default placement, click to toggle tile, click to toggle repeatable, so if you can repeat it as an object. Those are kind of new. I don't know what these are. I don't know what the select does either, other than select all, refresh. So anyway, you can add your own. You can have animations, you can have video, you can have things that are grouped. So from what I understand, grouped is like if I have a group of rocks, then if I place one, it'll just randomly grab one from my grouping. And then you have palettes. Soundscapes, once again, you can import your own. Pack creator, this is for creating your own packs, which will have images, animation. It'll basically have everything. So that's pretty cool there. Let's see, that is that we did. It was saying the scenario editor still to come, didn't it? Oh no, scenario is where you can actually run it from. So you'll see here you get a little thing of your soundscape, and as I recall, you can minimize that somewhere. You can turn it on and off. Fog of War. We don't have a campaign selected though, but you can't stop it. I know I'm missing something. There's probably a really easy way to do it. I thought also, oh, it's this one. We can turn on off the soundscape. So this is actually your master control panel, I believe, where you would show your thing. You could, you know, turn on your fog of war. This is all coming soon, it looks like. Fog of war. Maybe. Reset fog of war, reset to square, dynamic fog of war. So those are on. Tells you your time so you can keep track of that. What is this? R sound? That almost, I think that's a random sound maybe? We can zoom, you can set the time of day. So it's night. Whoops, it's night and it's day. So I'm not sure. I thought I read somewhere that that might be automated, where it kind of will increment. You can like set the time or something. You can do pings on here to let your players know where things are. You can also do an alert ping, and then there is also a question ping. You know, I guess there's a quest giver. You could ding like that. Really cool. We have the player view box. You can actually, this is kind of cool because you can actually lock the player's view. Because this is normally for a TV. Where'd that one go? Show hide. I need to be able to see this stuff. Is that an X? Active quests. Here we go. So anyway, you can change what the players are actually able to see. So zoom player map, click to reset to 1 inch. So control click. So what this would do is make it so the players can't actually see outside of the box. Link player view to DM view. This makes it so they're synced up. And then if we expand this, is it this one? Yeah, there we go. That was the one I was looking for. So as you can see, it's kind of television sized. So, you know, if you wanted the whole thing here, actually you probably want to go down to this bottom. And then when you do that, actually it looks like it's the middle. I want to keep grabbing just in the center of it. So, yeah, this isn't the best map for this that I made, but it works great for my tabletop. So anyway, you can do the player view like that. You can also set up bookmarks in here for whatever you want. Go back up. Let's see, and then plugins. I haven't ever seen the plugins yet. We can move this stuff, so quick access, so we can turn on and off the clock, which was behind us. We could turn off these little plug-in boxes. I guess that's what they are. That is random sound. We were right. We can go ahead and turn off the bookmark list. Oh, I know why it does that. Because I'm clicking off the thing. So if we turn off bookmarks. So that's pretty much the, which one was this? The scenario? The encyclopedia also, I started looking at this, but never got very far because it wasn't very complete when I did it. But this is where you can actually have your worlds. I think I created this one. Yeah, I think I already created this one. I'm not way too sure how all this works. You can set up your, create your campaign. This is obviously under construction. Then your actual encyclopedia, and this is where you can put in all the notes and stuff you want. So here's a new note, new category, and then new subcategory. You can also set up your world quests in here. We don't have any of those, and I'm not exactly sure how we do that. I mean, it says quests up here. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff that's still in development here that I don't entirely understand myself just yet. So I think that was Cartographer. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So as you can see, for 35 bucks, you're getting a really powerful little suite. Granted, it's not entirely done yet, but it's the parts that I've used the most, which is the Cartographer, I think works great. And I've never done the tutorials. Maybe I need to do that myself. But I think that just about does it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up down below. Aside from that, comment, like, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Check out my Discord and my other channels. And don't forget about the fact, I was going to say don't forget about my Great Big Game giveaway, but you don't need to forget about the Great Big Game giveaway. You need to not forget to join my Discord, and that's the only way you'll be able to win one of those 57 Steam games or a copy of Fantasy Grounds Standard Classic. There is a slight issue with that I'm working out with Smiteworks. Apparently when I bought it, they allow you to gift it up to 7 days after purchase. So I'm seeing if they'll get back with me. Worst comes to worst, I'll buy yet another copy of it and gift it to someone. So on your end, it doesn't really matter. Hopefully Smiteworks will step up and say, yeah, okay. We'll go ahead and reset the time on that. So that's it, guys. Until next time, I'll be seeing you later. Bye.